Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is November 13, 2018, the home of the 2-minute price prediction, as well as giving you all the news according to the charts. Now, what we're going to talk about today is a video that I've seen on CNBC yesterday. It's about a market strategist who is claiming to say that we're going to see an end of rally at the end of this year. Okay. And after we look at his video, we will take a look at the price charts, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, as well as the Dow, to see if we will in fact see higher prices towards the end of the year, or at least a rally to conclude 2018. Okay, so before I get started, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit that bell notification as well, so that when we upload these type of videos, you guys will become notified. You'll be able to watch the videos as soon as possible. And another thing is to go ahead and like and share the video too, because what we're doing here on this channel is definitely vital, because we're going back and checking a lot of the information that people, articles, editors, anyone writes about particular stocks, to make sure that it correlates with the price chart. That's our main focus. That's our main purpose, is that we're going to look at what is being mentioned, what is being said, what is being read, and look at the price chart to see if it actually makes sense, because the price chart is the truth. This is our basis of understanding what the market is going to do. This is where we at HueFin News pay attention to, is nothing but the price charts. We do not care less about the articles or the individuals on television, because the information is already listed on the price chart. You just got to understand how to interpret it. Okay, so right now, let's just go ahead and listen to what he has to say, and then we'll come back in and digest or dissect what he says in about the next minute or so. So let's just hold on for the next minute, listen to what he has to say, and then I'll be right back.
More on today's market sell-off. We're joined now by Julian Emanuel of BTIG, who I saw on Thursday, and you were in a great little mood on Squawk Box. We were up 500 the day before, remember?
Yeah. Absolutely.
How are you feeling today?
You know what? We said this is a process. This is a process. When you have a straight line sell-off like we had in the month of October, to expect a V bottom and sort of a race to the highs, completely the wrong way to think about it. 10% corrections tend to take from 60 to 200 days to regain the high. Okay, so that's the context. Second context is that November tends to be a positive return month. We still think it sorts itself out that way, but it actually stays volatile until the Thanksgiving holiday for the most part. And with Trump and Xi meeting on the 29th, expect it to stay volatile all the way till.
So there you go. Did you hear what this gentleman has stated for the rally to occur at the end of the year? Okay. He said a 10% correction takes about 60 to 200 days. So if we take it to the max of 200 days, that is literally all the way until the summer of 2019 that we should see these stocks move back up to higher highs. 200 days, 10% correction, you can expect to see 60 to 200 days for us to see higher prices. And he is still telling us to expect more volatility to come into the market from now all the way until towards the middle of December. So literally right now, the video that we've seen definitely should not be played, because with the expectation of more volatility coming into the market, is not the time to start telling individuals this is a buy opportunity, to calm down, don't panic. We will see higher prices towards the end of the year, when we are not in fact seeing that on the price charts. Okay, so let's look at the price charts real quick, and I will show you that the volume and that the price charts is not telling us to jump into the market yet, that the market is still nervous and is still wary of moving to the upside. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it cannot happen towards the end of this month or even the beginning of December, But right now, the moment that they play that video should not have happened when the market is not ready to move to the upside. So we're looking at the NASDAQ right now. This is the monthly chart, and the market is definitely still showing us some weakness in the space. And we still got to contend with all the volume that we've seen in the month of October. That has not been deleted out of the space. We still got to go through all the volume that we've seen. The market has already came and held a support area right there around 6,500 points. But again, we still got to contend with all this volume that we had to go through for the month of October. Looking at it on the weekly chart for the NASDAQ, you can still see we are kind of turning over in the market. I'm still seeing a lot of volatility in this space. I don't see the NASDAQ moving to higher highs towards the end of the year, or at best consider it a rally. It will move to the upside, maybe hit that 7,200 point area, which we did last week. And that's why we're still seeing the weakness coming into the market for this week. Tells us that the concern to the upside is still not there. As a matter of fact, this is resistance, because the last time we came up to that 7,200 point area, the market shot down to the downside severely. Now we're not getting that right now, but we still got what, 3 more days before this week concludes. So definitely expect some more volatility to occur in the market to where we can hit that $6,600 point area once again. Okay, so this is the opportunity for us to see some strength coming to the market. We're not getting that right now on the NASDAQ. So caution is still warranted in the market. A rally is not seen right now in the NASDAQ. Okay. Looking at it on the daily price chart, we did get this massively weak bar coming to the market. We held that 6,800 point area, which is positive, but we still are seeing weakness coming into the market for the NASDAQ. So at best, consolidation is what's going to occur. Understand now that 7,000 points is going to be resistance, so we can hit that price or that area in the near term, but then I will be expecting more or less that continuation to the downside to happen. Okay, so definitely we need to be on guard in the NASDAQ. I'm not going to say that it's going to turn over into a severe bear market, but again, we have to stay in this ascending triangle that I've just drawn in order for us to see a rally towards the end of December. So expect us to bounce and trade in between this ascending triangle that I have drawn in this market for the NASDAQ. Okay, but overall, I don't see an end of year rally occurring, meaning that us to come all the way back up to 7,600 points right now. It's a slim probability. I would say maybe around 5 to 10% now, but it can definitely increase as we continue to go out in time, because a lot of things can happen in the economic world. Now let's take a look at the S&P 500. Okay, the S&P 500 looks similar to the NASDAQ. The month of October definitely has given us a lot of volume. We've seen the S&P 500 actually on the February and in March with the high volume. Okay, so for us to see this once again is not out the norm, especially out of the months we've been in 2018 that we have already seen it twice. So for us to see this amount of volume, we still move to the upside. It kind of shows you that the S&P 500 is not overly as weak as the NASDAQ. The weekly chart shows you again that we came already and hit a massively strong resistance area in the NASDAQ. I'm sorry, in the S&P 500. So that is going to be the area that we will have to break in order to see a rally. Okay, same thing that goes with the NASDAQ. Don't expect us to move into a rally until that 7,200 point area is broken. Now going back to the S&P 500, you can see here that we are still in a upward move for this particular sector. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw this out, and literally we have to stay within this ascending triangle in the market for the S&P 500. If we cannot stay in this particular ascending triangle for the S&P 500, we will continue to move to the downside. So literally, just like with the NASDAQ, I'm expecting the S&P 500 to bounce in between here, and we will have to come back and look at the S&P 500 to see if we're going to break this 2,800 point area. Okay, right now the stop pile is still coming to the market. We can hold 2,700 points, even 2,650 as support, and then we could come right back up and hit this 2,800 resistance area. Okay, but right now I don't see a rally occurring in the S&P 500 as well. Weakness is still here. I don't see any strength coming to the market, so I am expecting maybe one more move to the downside, and if we get a little bit more volume into the market, then we can come and have a rally towards the end of the year around that 2,800 point area. But right now I'm not expecting, according to the price charts, the market to have an end of year rally for the S&P 500 neither. So now the last one that we're going to look at is going to be the Dow. So this is the Dow. This is the monthly chart, the futures, and you can see here that the Dow did give us a massively huge amount of volume came in for the month of October, and we're trending a little bit stronger in the Dow as well too. The market is definitely not as weak as the Nasdaq. Out of the three that we're looking at on this video, definitely shows you that the market is giving us a little bit more strength for the S&P 500 as well as for the Dow. Okay, I don't see a lot of weakness. Matter of fact, for the Dow to date, actually is trending a little bit stronger than the S&P 500 as well. The market has came and held the support areas numerous times for multiple months, which is also crucial for the Dow to have an end of year rally. So right now we're still getting some indications of stop pile coming to the market on the monthly price chart. So concern is still warranted for this particular sector. Again, just like with the S&P 500, we have already came and hit resistance for the Dow. This is the resistance area that we will have to contend with in order for us to see a market rally to occur in the Dow. If we cannot break this resistance area in the Dow, then the market will continue to move to the downside. We're a lot closer to us having an end of year rally for the Dow. The market has already came and held that 25,200 point area. Very nice, but we still have a lot more days to contend with to conclude this weekly bar. Taking a look at it on the daily price chart, we are holding consolidation 25,200. We break that over the next couple of days, then definitely the movement to the upside is definitely subsiding, and I'm not confident, especially if we break 25,200 points to the downside, to see an end of year rally for the US or the Dow. Okay, so that's what I'm paying attention to over the next couple of trading days in the Dow to see if we're able to maintain it, because if we can't, then I'm not expecting any year rally to occur for the Dow neither. Okay, so as of right now, from what that strategist on CNBC just stated, I don't see a end of year rally occurring for the sectors in the United States. As we continue to go out in time, I will be looking at the market to see if we do get any changes in tone, because if we do, then that will change my analysis. But the price charts definitely is showing us a lot more volatility to come, more downside movement to happen, and once we see a different change in the market occur, then that's when we'll state that yes, we could see an end of year rally. But right now, this is not their opportunity to be stating those things as he did. The charts is not giving us that information, so we are not in agreement with what he said. The price chart is not in agreement with what he said. Now we want to know what you guys think. Are you in agreement with what he is stating, or do you still think we have a lot more volatility and movement to the downside to contend with? Let us know with a comment in the comment section of this video. And as well, before you go, make sure you all go ahead and like and share this video too, and hit that bell notification once you subscribe, so you all will become notified of when we have this type of information. If you would like to have more information about how we're able to predict prices and price movement, come on over to our HueFin Patreon page. There you guys have access to more exclusive content. It is for a fee, $3 a month. That's like what, 10 cents a day. That's very minimal to the amount of information that you get on a continual basis. Again, make sure you all maintain your profitability, and I will see you all later.